Hi, girlies. Welcome to Girl Please Podcast. It's Alina here.
Hey, guys. It's Amanda.
I always feel turned on a Sunday when we record.
We just did Pilates.
Yes.
We got our Starbucks.
Honestly, my goal is like for Starbucks to be a sponsor on this show. Like at this point, I've been like rooting for them my entire life. Everything has led to this moment in time, and I need it.
I just need free coffee from you because
No, exactly. Just
starting to add up.
I don't even need money. I just need you to put some
add to my funds.
Yeah, put it on my card in my app. You know, like let's get it together. I'm just shook that you are doing this with me. You're on the Starbucks journey.
I low-key hate you for it. My pockets are like, I have to spend $15 on Starbucks every day.
It's literally insanity. You're going to get to a point where you like take a break because you're like, damn, like everything went there. And then you're going to go back and then you'll get to like a healthy pace. Like now I make my cold brews at home and my Starbucks is a treat like once a week.
See, the cold brew part, like, I would never go to Starbucks. I go there for the vanilla.
You know what you can do? You can get a foamer. I have like almond milk creamer, okay? I have almond milk. I'll make it for you. We'll do it so that you learn.
I'll wait for my Starbucks funds.
Yeah. Like you need to still go through the hazing of like, fuck, I just spent hundreds of dollars these past few months, and then you'll get the wake-up call, and then I'll teach you how to make the foam at home.
I'm going to do a TikTok. I'm going to do trials, of like the best that tastes just like the Starbucks.
Yeah. So I get the Silk Almond Creamer, and what I do is you can put it in a little like glass, and you take a little frother.
Oh, you froth that
and then
thing.
you just froth. My mommy taught me this, and then you just froth it up, and you pour it on top of your drink.
Life-changing.
And then I get the stock cold brew.
I feel so fancy.
Shit.
Damn.
Yeah. Nothing like makes me happier too than having like the cutest like glass or something to put it in. Like I have my little like cups with the bows on them and stuff like that. And then you put your coffee in it and you're like, my day is amazing. Just
I would
like
drink
you have
that
a cute
shit
tumbler
in
or
a solo
glass.
cup. I would drink it in a red solo cup.
But no, like I couldn't enjoy my coffee like in a plastic cup. Like
I can't enjoy it in something that I have to clean.
I'm the same way with like my home. Like I'm like, oh, if I just like love my little space in here, like I'll have the happiest day, you know?
Amanda's apartment looks like a Motel 8.
I love that is not true. You just didn't finish moving in.
So it is called.
But I love like I could fuck up a Home Goods. Like, I just need like those little things. That
You are
just
the
make
queen
me
of
happy.
that. Whenever I come over, I'm like, you put my place to shame.
Amanda was like, you decorate like a millionaire. I'm like, I'm fucking broke, so this is such a compliment.
That you do. There's something in my drinking that's giving me anxiety.
Girl, I have learned with you, like I can't like worry you about anything. I sent you a reel and it was like about getting like a carbon monoxide detector for like if you go to an Airbnb or a hotel because like people died staying somewhere like sleeping there overnight and there was no detector. This bitch goes and like immediately adds one to cart. Like it's already probably delivered at this point. I sent it yesterday.
100%.
Like, and I'm like, shit, I should have known not to do this to my girl. Like giving her anxiety about everything.
I would be so mad if that's the way I go.
I know.
Knowing
like,
I could
all
avoid
these
it.
Stupid, especially because
it's sad.
You take every precaution there is to take. Now, but it's like now everything is scary. You can't do anything. Like, have you seen those videos that like warn you about every little thing with like your car, this or that? Like as a woman going to your car, if there's a note in your handle, don't touch it. It has like drugs on it. If there's something
on your windshield, like
they want
drive blindly.
Yeah, yes, literally just fucking floor it because they want you to get out, go to your windshield, and then they'll take your car or they'll take you. And like, oh my God,
it's sad, but you can't be naive. I think about like even people that go to resorts. Like you could be in the nicest resort ever, like in the DR.
Yeah,
and, like, still have to worry. You know, you think you're safe just because you're not. No.
Yeah, it's really scary. And my mom.
I also ordered a taser.
Oh, I have pepper spray
because I went through the girl's page that you sent me about the story. I went on her Amazon. I was like, oh, this bitch she all prepared. Stay in a hotel. She gonna plug the door. Like,
yeah, have you seen those people that like bolt down their doors in the hotel and they have like every contraption outside?
Yeah,
it's crazy,
like an alarm.
But the taser to me, so I have pepper spray for when I walk my dog. But the taser is like so intense. Like you have to like hold it at a person. You have to be so close. But I guess if they're like attacking you, it's like easy to do because you're just like, get the fuck out.
See, my biggest fear is the pepper spray won't work. That I've had it so long, it's expired.
Yeah,
and
that is
nothing.
scary because like, how do you ever test it? Yeah. I like got it. I got one, and all the reviews were like, thankfully, I haven't had to use it, but like, if it works as a keychain, like I don't know.
No, I've seen Amazon reviews where someone was like, yeah, I tested it and it was like nothing.
Oh my God.
It's like, fuck
But what do you test it on? Like
on skin, like you spray it. Yeah.
I'd be so scared. I get that shit right in my eyes.
No, you just go.
No, girl. Could you imagine the dysfunction of trying to test out pepper spray? Lord.
I'll tell my man, stand right there.
Baby, hold on. Let me see something real quick.
We need to make sure
just
honey's
keep one eye
safe.
open. I won't do it to both. I cannot. So this past weekend, we had my dog's birthday party.
Oh, so cute.
Happy birthday, little Cash, once again.
Happy birthday. Guys, my dog got pissed on.
He did, and trampled in the dog park. Amanda, literally, you called it. You're like, my dog's going to get trampled. Like, let's watch. And he did.
He did.
The poor thing, he's so tiny.
He's a little chihuahua.
And like dogs are trying to play with him and he's just so little.
And he likes playing with the big dogs.
He's
like chasing them. I'm like, you don't understand.
Little Enzo.
That dog's going to send you flying.
Yeah.
And he went flying and you guys were all like, I was like, he good. He ate that.
No. You're like, he's good. You're like, he's mama's boy.
And then you go and like remove
I literally went and I was like, no. Like I picked him up and I brought him over. I was like, no, we're not doing this again.
And he ran right back.
Ran right back to that big ass dog. He's whipped.
And then we get there and he sees this dog that he loves. And it's like a medium-sized dog. It looks like a golden retriever, but it's not. So he's like sniffing the dog. The dog lifts his leg, pees right on his head. And then I go and like wipe it off with like a wipe.
No.
And then he goes right back to the dog.
Yeah.
He's
like, you own me now.
Yeah, literally.
I know. But it was a really fun birthday party.
It was
We
fun.
had it catered. I had some goodie bags. Cash got so many presents from his aunties like you and Enzo. And it was just it's so funny and cute how like all the dogs like know each other. Like the way we greet each other. They're like, oh, hey, what's up, buddy? And I sent my family the pictures and my dad was like talking to my mom and he's like, who are all these people? Like she has this many friends with dogs.
Yes,
like it's like a whole
community.
crew. We were rolling deep at that place.
It was fun.
Yeah.
I can't wait for it to have Enzo's first birthday.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a crazy person.
Oh my God, I can't wait till you plan that.
I'm going to have a fucking balloon person.
Ball pit. Shout out to our friend Cassidy who does the most. She does it up. Like she had pictures of him all over like the tables, did a whole thing. Like she had pagaritas and different themed like dog drinks and stuff. She killed it. She did. So yeah,
so I'll hire you.
Yes, for sure. So yeah, but it's always a time. So much fun. And then we're recording on a Sunday, so for everyone, they will have hopefully enjoyed their long weekend by the time they hear this.
Yes.
But it'll be Memorial Day for us technically tomorrow, so we're gonna have a nice beach day, some barbecuing.
Oh, we have nice weather too. I love this.
Yes,
for us.
I hope everyone enjoys the weekend, even if the weather's not great. Like sleep in, self-care, enjoy your day off.
Go to Pilates.
Go to Pilates.
We'll be there.
Yes, literally. I have to say something. Another thing about Pilates. So we went today, had a great fucking time. But what is it with Pilates instructors? They can't count, can they? Like, I get so mad. They're like, okay, and in it'll be 4 more seconds. 4. Great job, Amanda. Okay, Alina, let's go. All right, hold it. 4, 3, and then we're going to pulse, 2. And I'm like, bitch, it's been 18 seconds. I thought I was at 1 in one breath.
Once they're like, okay, 10 seconds. I'm like, all right, cool.
10 seconds is a minute.
No, I don't work for 10 seconds. I'm done. I'm out.
Yeah, you're like, we're almost at the end, so it's 10 seconds.
Good.
No, but their 10 seconds is literally like they know they're playing with us.
And today we had a new instructor, and she kept saying my name, and I'm like, why does she know my name?
I know.
I said, they must talk about me. I must be the girl that like half-assed.
So I'll tell you what it is. They have a chart, and it tells you who's on everyone's what.
My name can't be the
whatever
easiest.
station you're at. Yes. Nobody can say Alina. I'm telling you, no, you were great. So she was shouting you out, but no one will dare. I remember when I first took, shout out Amber, love you girly. When I first took her class too, she was asking me a few times how to pronounce it because they don't want to attempt it. And if you're not going to say Alina, you're not going to say Tarkazika. So you just got to skip that, girl.
When I say your name for if I'm sending a message,
yeah,
it'll spell it with an A and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
How dare you not
know? Get it together, Siri. Let's go.
But I love Pilates. Pilates has definitely been fun. Or even today, too. She's like, how long have you been? I'm like, ooh, she think I'm fit?
She know you're fit. She shouted you out every other set.
I was like, oh, she must not know.
She's like, come on, Amanda.
I'm like, Alan, Talk to her because she don't know I'm modifying everything.
She thought my knee was up. My knee was down to the flow.
Down. She's like, come on. I'm like, no. There must be another Amanda in here because I know you ain't talking to me.
No, that is not true. You did great. We had a great day. Kicked off the morning right. Yes. And I will say, if any of you are in like a funk, like do a class. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's better, like if you want to get going again on your journey, it like you find community. You have a time locked in. You don't have to think, and then you're done, and you're on like such a high for your day. I absolutely recommend.
Oh, when it's that halftime when they're like, all right, let's do the other side. I'm like, oh, we're almost done.
Yes.
The first part is hard.
I love it once you get to like the second half and you know like, okay, I only have this left, and then we're just going to do some abs and go. Like, ugh.
And I kind of agree with today because she's like, okay, this is going to be the last set. Okay, last thing. Okay, seesaw. And I'm like, wait. Time out.
Yes, and her counting was extreme. Extreme. Okay, 10 more seconds. Okay, keep holding it. Okay, great job, Alina. Okay, let me walk outside. Let me change your spring. 9. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Are you on crack?
Or I hate when like it's okay. It's like, and if it's too much, if you need me to take off a spring, make eye contact with me. And I'm like, no, I'm going to do it.
You're like, I've been looking at you for 30 minutes, bitch. I'm over here. Like, yeah, she said, just look at me. We all looking, bitch.
No, I have my eyes closed. I was like, I need to be tough. No one else's spring change.
I do that too. Sometimes, like, when something's really hard, I just, like, close my eyes and deep breath as I'm doing it.
And then they're like, don't forget to breathe while I'm holding my breath.
Oh, I breathe.
I'm so bad.
I always get called out. Atlin is always like, you're meditating during class. No, I'm dying. I'm holding it in, all the things that
I love when they're also like, okay, you want to make sure you're moving slow. Look at your neighbor. Make sure you're moving slow. I said, oh, Alina, you got to go because Matt's like,
you're like, I ain't holding shit. It's always funny when we're like right next to each other and like we have to like, it's like silly, but we're like spreading our fucking legs out to China.
Our toes
and so we're like touching toes. Like it's just so funny.
People didn't know we were friends, but those weirdos.
We're like playing footsie and they're like, oh, they just met. I can't. Always a time. Highly recommend trying fitness classes in your area. And if you're by us, Trumbull, Fort Lauderdale.
Yep, but don't take spots 1 and 2. Those are our spots.
Yeah, we're 1 and 2.
1 and 2 is us.
You can go on 3 and 4. Okay.
7 or 8.
7 or 8, 9 or 10. Or walk out. Okay. We're going to just share a big announcement again this week. We are officially hosting the 2nd annual book swap night with the Miami Marlins. We are so excited.
It's going to be June 20th at 5:30. So please make sure to get your tickets. You get to spend time with us. You get to meet other people in the book community. It'll be great.
Yeah, we're so excited. So if you attended last year or maybe saw us talking about it, basically it's the pregame event to the game that night. It's versus the Angels. Mm-hmm. So what happens is like we're hosting a panel on stage at the stadium. We're going to interview some awesome authors and panelists up there. We're going to chat. We'll have some laughs. And then after, make sure you bring a book because what we're going to do after the panel is swap books with everyone. Like you can put down a book and take one that you're interested in. And it's like a really cute way to like expose yourself to other books or see like what's out there. And then you'll get a little bit of Marlins merch. We already have one of our panelists locked in. She's author Jay Sterling. We are so excited. She has a book that's a baseball romance novel called The Perfect Game. And it is so good. And we're so happy. She's literally flying in for the event. She's a New York Times bestseller. And she is just such a dope, fun, amazing woman. And we cannot wait to interview her on stage. And you guys can check out her book there. Like, we are so excited to have her.
Yes, and please feel free to bring friends. If you have a large group, reach out to us. We could get you a discount. But we're super excited. We hope to see you there. And shout out to Juju. If you want to fly in, you know, we definitely want to meet you.
Yes, Juju. Juju. Bring your friends. Have a little Miami weekend. And also, I just want to say, we haven't locked in all of our panelists yet. So if you know book talkers or authors or bookstore owners or people like in the book sphere that you want to see there, let us know. And they can be in the South Florida area. Of course, that makes things easier. But even if they're not, like the Marlins will reach out. We can figure something out. So let us know if there's someone you really want to see on the panel, have us interview up on stage at the stadium. And then after we do that whole event, we can all sit together, watch the game together. We'll get drinks, we'll get food. We're all going to be in the same section, so we'll have a little time.
And it's a Friday night.
It's a Friday night. So excited. Can't wait to see you guys there.
All right. Okay, so Recently, I feel like I've never been a TikTok girl. Now I'm a TikTok
Me
crackhead.
too. I know. Get me off my phone.
Oh, and my
OMG.
algorithm is like, it just speaks
It
to
hits,
me.
yes. Once the algorithm hits, you're done. You're in every rabbit hole in America.
And most of mine is like TV show related, movie related,
Yes.
a lot of things like that. Influencer,
yes.
stars, entertainment. So I saw one that's apparently on Netflix.
Okay.
Like 13 going on 30.
Yes.
I guess in Australia they changed the name because they didn't think people would understand it, but they changed it to Suddenly 30.
I'm sorry. What is going on? This is like a classic movie, and it's so old.
I don't
Everybody
get it.
know, and who cares? Like half the titles of movies, do we understand them?
But I feel like it makes like
It makes absolute sense. It makes absolute sense. But like, I'm sorry, what was the point of that? Like, how do you change? And like, are there rights that you need to like? I don't know. I find that very bizarre. And I think that they were changing it. I don't know. I know they were saying they were changing it in Australia, but I saw a lot of people just posting it on like Netflix or wherever they're seeing it on TV. And it says Suddenly 30. And I feel like those people were here in the US. So I don't know if it was being pushed out more broadly because of that. But I find that so crazy.
Yep.
Also, Suddenly 30 doesn't actually even paint a picture of what it actually is like. Suddenly 30 could just sound like, oh, it rushed up on you. Like 13 going on 30 actually explains it better.
Mm-hmm. Especially because
and it's catchy and cute.
They do go back. It's not it's not like, oh, we saw her as a kid and now she's 30.
Yeah.
Like, it's the whole thing.
It is dumb. And it's a movie that's a classic. We all know about it. It's just, it doesn't make any sense. If it was like brand new, I guess, I don't know. It's not even better.
It's not.
There's just no point in doing this.
And it's a classic.
Can you work on something else?
It's a classic.
What is the point of doing this? People wasting time and resources to do shit like that, it like irks me. Like, what is the thing? Can we talk about other crazy people? Can you tell me about that social media thing that you saw?
So I saw on Facebook where a girl wanted advice.
Yes.
And she said that she
We love these groups.
I love these groups.
We love to
my
talk
ass
about this.
comments anonymously. Yeah.
Amanda
but I give my opinion.
Weighing in. She's helping the world. You have to. It's a public service.
So she said, I need everyone's opinion.
Okay.
I have been dating someone for a year and he doesn't feel comfortable exchanging social medias. And she doesn't know how to feel about it.
So he doesn't follow her on social media.
Nope. They don't follow each other.
And they're just like
they've been dating
private.
for a year.
Like she doesn't see his social media, and she's like doesn't know how to feel about it, so she's reaching out for help.
Yeah, she wants to know if it's normal, if it's a red flag.
Bitch, you know it ain't normal. I'm sorry. Wake up, grow up. Do you think this is normal? A year? If it's a couple weeks, if it's a couple months, maybe I think that's still weird.
Yeah.
If you're a year in, first of all, you should be in a serious relationship. And if you're not, and that's not what you're looking for, then go. But if there is a reason that you're locked out of his social media, like don't let a man convince you that this is.
Especially because it sounds like it bothers you. And if that would give you peace of mind, I would just be like, hey, like I find it where we're not following each other. And he would be like, say less, follow me. Like,
yes.
What is wrong with communication these days?
Exactly. And if he has a problem with it, red flags.
Red flag.
And I'm sure people have told you in your life. Like if you're writing this on a Facebook group, you know it's not normal.
And someone asked, like, maybe he's not active. And then they said, is he active? And then she said he's very active.
AKA his girlfriend looks at his
AKA
following.
has a whole wife.
Has a whole fucking family. And doesn't want her to see him following a new girl and then finding out.
Yeah, when you date someone, you're dating for a future. You're being vulnerable, and that includes past, present, social media, what you have going on. Like, who the fuck are you following? Who are you talking to?
Are
you on Facebook dating?
Are you locked out of their social media?
I have my man's phone password, and it's not because I don't trust. It's like someone texts you, I'll read it to you. You know, like why is peace of mind so hard for people? It's not that you don't trust someone. It's just, what is there to hide? What I don't understand.
I think a lot of people too, they like make these excuses and then they like make themselves believe like, oh no, we don't want to harp on this. We want to be more private. We respect each other. Like, no, you know that you're lying to yourself because you don't want to face what's in front of you. Yep. And I sympathize and I understand. But at the same time, like you're a year in. If you want this to go somewhere, like this is actually silly at this point. And to be honest, you probably know this isn't going somewhere if this is how it is at this point in a year in.
Yeah, and maybe there are women that don't care about shit like that, but you clearly do if you're asking.
I don't think it's even about caring. It's just sending you a message. Like what? Like, if it were up to you, ask yourself literally, would you, if like it were up to you to follow each other, wouldn't you be following him and he be following you? Wouldn't you love that?
Yeah, and I feel like we have to talk about this as a whole. Like, social media is a part of our life. Like, there's people that are active on it. There's people that's not. You know, I think, especially, I mean, some women may not care about this, but I think you should show you're taken if you are.
Yeah.
You should not be following half-naked women. Like,
100%.
why? You know, I think it's just
you
a
shouldn't be
respect
liking
thing.
other women's posts. It's not about, oh, I'm jealous, I'm this, I'm that. It's
It's
respect.
not. It's
and you know
respect.
what? When people know you're in a relationship and know you don't want your friends seeing your man under everybody's likes.
Yeah.
Like, there's just no point. I learned the hard way too. When you feel like someone is not posting you or this or that, like, it's not, there's a reason.
Yeah, and then people are like, you know, social media is fake. You can't compare, blah, blah, blah. Yes, I get that. But also, you know, I feel like it's a respect thing. Like, give me peace of mind. You know, that's it.
100%.
I'm not saying
and
people won't slide in your DMs.
literally
Like,
no effort.
no effort.
To do that.
Bare minimum.
And it's bare minimum. And if you're at the point where like you have to keep like pushing these things under the rug or like making excuses, this, that, you know, you deserve better. Like, I always try to, when I evaluate things, and sometimes you have to make a tough call because everything else could seem great or this or that, and something seems off. But think about like when you're younger and you're telling yourself like, you know, you one day you can't wait to have your person and you dream about marriage and things, and you're in a situation like that, that is not your story. Like, that is not what you deserve and what you've dreamt about all this time. So like, don't settle for shit like that, especially if you're not that type of a person. I just, you know, see what's in front of you, because sometimes you'll end up in a situation, and I've been in the same place, where you prolong the inevitable.
Yep. And I feel like when someone shows you who they are, believe them, especially in the beginning.
Yes.
You know,
if
I
it's
don't do
early,
projects.
get the fuck out when you see it.
You owe that person
I
nothing.
understand when like your years down and like things have, you know, it's a little bit harder, but like if you're starting to see shit from jump, like save yourself before you're so hooked and then like you go through it.
And some of you women, you love men that are projects, and no. I'm at an age now where like I want my person to like know what they want to do, are confident, you know. I'm not trying to work on someone to build them up. I'm not going to do that. Yes, we'll build together, but you already have built something. We're starting from somewhere. Yeah. Not fucking from scratch. There's no way. So.
Yeah. But I think too, you know what? You learn as you grow. You're in relationships. You see what you do and you don't want. And then, you know what? You just have to ask yourself, like, is this somebody I want to say vows to? Is this somebody I would be proud to say this is my partner? Is this somebody I want to say this is my daughter's dad? You know, look at the big picture and ask yourself, like, am I wasting my time? Like, I think you and I have both made these big decisions in recent years where we've had to like really evaluate. And like, you left a situation where, was it terrible? No, it wasn't. But were there things that you felt like, you know what, I would be settling if I put up with this? And you picked yourself up and you left, and now you have this amazing man who worships the ground that you walk on.
Shut
and
up,
I'm telling you, you too can do it. We had a lot on our toes this morning.
No, I mean, honestly, like, I say this all the time on the pod, and I'm sure you guys are sick of it, but I love being sane in love. Like, being sane, it's that toxic, like, you know, I don't want to have to stress a man that's obsessed with social media. I don't want to have to stress if this is my person. I don't want to have to stress how you feel about me.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to tell you how to love me, or, you know, like, I just want it to be natural. And, you know, yes, communication's everything, but if I have to repeat myself on how I expect to be treated,
I have seen a lot lately too of people who have left, like, who have stayed in these relationships that were like seemingly toxic. And then you see these women in their sane in love, loved right, loved out loud relationships
so much now,
where it's become such a beautiful example of what happens when you just release it. Like, look at Taylor Swift. She was with Joe Alwyn for 6 years. I bet you half the country couldn't even name who her previous partner is. And look at Travis, like, loving her out loud in a way she never has before. And she used to tell herself too, like, oh no, I like to be private. No, look at what happened when a man makes you comfortable being you and being public and just living and enjoying that. She just like hopped in a convertible and drove off with him. Like, that is not ever something. Like, she's like hiding her face, like walking into a restaurant. Like, it's just so starkly different. Look at Selena Gomez. Look at Kylie Jenner and how she glows with Timothy. as opposed to how she was with Travis and her previous boyfriend. Look at Kourtney Kardashian.
It's a great era for us.
Like
honestly.
sometimes you just have to release it. And this reminds me of like Amanda Batula, what we just saw with I hope that she's having an awakening. She's with Kyle Cook from Summer House. Amanda and Kyle have been together for years. And I think the whole world, and you know what? Shame on you, Kyle, because the whole world is looking at Amanda in pity. And she's this amazing, strong, beautiful woman.
Yep.
And she's with a man who previously cheated on her, who just is always like, it's just a toxic relationship. They're always
it's
fighting.
Kyle show, and Amanda's just someone that's with him.
Yeah, and it's just so sad to see. And we got a glimpse this week on the recent, like a teaser for the reunion coming out. And you see Amanda saying things like, I mean, I don't see a future with him if he keeps like just working. Like, it's just like he prioritizes himself and his life. And she also said that like, because he was complaining like on the show, he's like, oh, does she not want kids and this and that? And she's like, I want to have kids with someone who's ready to have kids with me. Because like, I don't want to just raise kids by myself and you do you.
Yeah.
And I think it's also this era now where people are seeing, like she's seeing her best friend, Paige DeSorbo, who just left Craig. And was that a horrible relationship? No, but it didn't serve her and it wasn't what she wanted. And I think having the exposure to all of this is teaching women, especially in our age group in their 30s, like, do not settle. Like, you can pick yourself up and go.
And I hope this happens for Amanda. She deserves it. And I feel like it's an example, just like you mentioned, Selena Gomez, Taylor, myself. Like, I feel like once you let that go,
release it.
You know, you're at a better place where you know what you want and what you will and won't tolerate. And exactly like she said, she wants to be with someone that wants all the things that she wants.
Yes.
Which is true. And you'll find that. And they'll know they want that too. You don't want someone to have to get there with you.
I think that as soon as, if Amanda, and I hope she does, but sometimes you're stuck in it so heavy that you can't, like, and it's all you know, and it's like your comfort and you can't imagine a life without them. But once you really let it go, like, what you deserve will find you. And she was even saying things that she's never said before. Like, Kyle used to say to her, like, you can't take care of anything and this and that. Like, and then she started repeating things like, oh yeah, maybe I'm not ready to take care of kids. Like, no, bitch, this man is making you feel this way. Like, wait until you have the love that you deserve. Like, I hope she does take that step. I'm not sure that I'm confident, but I am happy that like she has done things for herself. Like, she dropped her swim line and she, even though he like kind of was shitting on it before and like calling it, oh, it's a little passion project, whatever. Like, no, this could be a lucrative business for her. Yeah. But, you know, baby steps. I hope that she finds her power.
She will. I think she will. I hope that for her because she's so sweet. She's so deserving. And like you said, her friends are kind of showing her that she could have so much more. And I know Kyle's going to make it really hard on her. I know he's going to fight for her. I know. But like, you should have appreciated her when you had her.
And I think she's exhausted.
I could see it.
Yeah. So I guess.
We wish you luck.
Yes. Speaking of another girl who needs to get out of her situation.
Which one?
Hailey Bieber.
Oh.
Girly. I love you, boo. Get it. Like, get out. Get up and get out. What is going on with Justin Bieber lately?
She used to bake her act his ass.
This man is not well. First of all, it has been spiraling. Like, he's been spiraling for a while, but like the things that we've been seeing lately, like aside from just the most recent events, which are unhinged, like even just seeing him in like fan photos and videos, he has like the smile, like the scream mask, like this crazy faces. He looks like he's truly on drugs, and he hasn't been looking right or acting right, and he's been very weird. And most recently, he's been going on sprees, like liking random women's stuff. He commented under like some 17-year-old like models like photos saying, I love you. Like, total disrespect. Then Hailey got on the cover of Vogue. Major accomplishment, like one of the biggest like things to aspire to in her field, and she's killing it. She has her beauty line, like she's a mom, she's doing everything, and she's holding it down at home despite her man like disrespecting her on the daily. And she's on the cover of Vogue and he posts it. And what do you think this man is going to say? Like, praise your woman for being on the fucking cover of Vogue. His caption reminded me, I was like, did Justin Bieber write this or did Kanye? Literally, please let me read what this man posted under as the caption to a post of Hailey's cover on Vogue, where she looks she's glowing, she looks stunning. He posted this photo of Hailey on Vogue and goes,
yo. That part gets me.
Yo, this reminds me when Hailey and I got into a huge fight. I told Hales that she would never be on the cover of Vogue. Yikes, I know, so mean. For some reason, because I felt so disrespected, I thought, I gotta get even. I think as we mature, we realize that we're not helping anything by getting even. We're honestly just prolonging what we really want, which is intimacy and connection. So, baby, you already know, but forgive me for saying you wouldn't get a Vogue cover, because clearly I was sadly mistaken.
It's sad. I feel like he thought he ate with that.
Like,
and
what?
then you're also showing us, like, I mean, yes, you're human. You obviously got into a fight. You said some mean things. Maybe she said some mean things. Well, like, why share that with the public?
Why at her highest moment do you have to tear her down? She just got on the fucking cover of Vogue. If you have nothing nice to say, either don't post it, put a little heart. Like, put a little fucking
Congrats,
congratulations.
Yeah.
What is that? Oh, I told you you'd never be on the cover. I guess I was mistaken.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. What is wrong with you? And then I guess enough people like made a big deal out of it that he changed the caption to like emojis. And like Kim liked it at first, and I guess then she saw the caption and unliked it, and everyone's like, oh shit. Like, you're making a mockery of this woman, and it's so fucked up. Now there's a TikTok trend, which I feel like Hailey gets so much shit constantly. And I know it's not even really Selena's fault, but like her fans are unhinged too. And they go after her on the daily. And like she can never just fucking relax and breathe. Like the internet is so nasty to her. Now there's a TikTok trend where women are asking their boyfriends, like, baby, like, do you think I could ever be on the cover of Vogue? And they're like, of course, baby, like blah, blah, blah. And they're all like, oh, I'm doing better than Hailey. Like, why is this a trend?
Yeah.
But you've done this to your wife.
I can't believe how many years it's been and she still gets shit.
I can't believe how many years it's been and she's still there. Like, girl, like, spread your wings and fucking fly. Look at Selena. Like, look at the love that she has now.
Yep.
I just want that for Hailey. Like, it's sad. It's so sad to see.
Maybe Justin's sick. Maybe he needs some help.
He's sick and he doesn't.
Yeah, and maybe she's trying to be there for him, but let's Baker act his ass, and maybe he could be a father again and a good husband.
She has a baby, and it's like, it makes me so sick for her, like, that she's going through this, and this is what
she has her family seems to be very there.
Yeah. I hope she has. I'm sure she has a good support system, but like, that's really sad. And it's like, I've seen flashbacks to like their wedding and their wedding night. And it's like, he was a totally different person. Yeah. Like, he's completely changed. And it's
maybe
very
he's hanging
sad.
out with Kanye too much.
No, I'm telling you, that caption, I was like, did Kanye write this? It's literally like how he would talk. It's sick.
Oh, Justin, do
better.
Did
you see him? He just recently performed with SZA.
I saw that.
I was cringing the whole way. He was performing, came out, sang with her. And he was getting real touchy-feely. He starts kissing her hand all over.
Maybe he's going through a midlife crisis.
She was trying to distance herself too. She probably felt a little uncomfy. He was getting too close. I was like, this is not it.
Feel better, Justin.
Please.
For your family.
OMG.
Okay.
What's our next?
Next order of business. We talked about Summer House.
Oh my God. Did you see that JoJo, Siwa, and Chris Hughes are officially together? That big brother couple. This is crazy. Honestly, I'm so intrigued by it. And like, I'm almost a little excited to like see it unfold just because it's so interesting to me. But at the same time, it's so fucked up because like JoJo went on Big Brother UK. You could see, she was like.
She hanging out with Ariana Grande.
Literally. I'm going to cut this out. I love you, Ari. She couldn't wait.
I know.
She fucking couldn't wait.
Once you said it, once you were bringing up the.
Damn it. Sorry. I let her get one in. I love you down, Ari.
But she's glowing. I will give it to JoJo. Like, yes, the whole situation is fucked up.
She's glowing.
She seems happy.
She went on Big Brother. She was very intrigued by Chris Hughes. You could not deny their chemistry the entire thing. She had a partner at home, Kath Ebbs, watching the whole thing unfold, which was very difficult.
That's hard,
and they broke up as soon as JoJo got out. And now Kath is like, and it's sad to be Kath and to see this everywhere. But they like literally confirmed. At first, they were just saying it was a strong bond and friendship, but now they're like fully together.
Shit happens. That's what happens when you people in
These
relationships go on shows.
Are just too much for me.
It's always Temptation Island on these reality shows.
No, literally. It's fucking Temptation Island on every show. And even actors too. Like they get to like that's such a scary field. Like I don't know how
Pitt, cut it out.
I don't know how actors and actresses who are like married to each other can watch their spouse on all these movies, kissing other people, doing sex scenes with other people, and just being like totally cool.
See, it doesn't bother me, but because it's work for them, and especially if you date someone that does it too. But it bothers me. It bothers me when they leave their spouse for someone else.
That's the problem because you're bonding so heavy with these people, like Dancing with the Stars. You go on fucking Dancing with the Stars. You're so close to your dance partner. It's all this chemistry. Like it happens. Like even if a faithful man is like making out with with fucking Angelina Jolie, and then all of a sudden you're leaving your wife, like. It happens, and it's crazy. What a, like, oh, my God. It's like a social experiment, literally.
Ariana Grande's man would know.
Speaking of...
I'm sorry. That's a prime example of it, though.
Cheat. But he...
Yeah.
Anyways.
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay. A lot of people share your opinion, so you have to be that voice, and I will be the defender. Okay?
Listen, sometimes
and speaking of Dancing with the Stars, did you see Alex Earl is going to be on it? I'm so interested.
No, I didn't
now
see
I'll
that.
watch. I'm like really, I love her.
I don't think I've ever watched an episode.
I've like seen it for like an episode or two when like I'm intrigued by like somebody who's on there, but like I really will watch Alex on there. I'm excited.
Listen, all I know is Sheena wanted to be on it so bad, but what's her face?
Shea.
What's the chick? What's the blonde chick? But Ariana got on it instead. No.
Oh, Ariana Madix.
Yeah, that was some
shit. Oh, Sheena. She's insufferable.
I can't stand her.
Really can't.
She needs to stay relevant.
Do you want to get into like the Vanderpump stuff?
Sure. Let's get into
the Mormon wives stuff.
Okay, so you guys probably know the drama going on between Marciano from Vanderpump Villa and Demi, how they got really close on an episode, but now it's coming out.
And they showed us like 3 seconds of their conversation, but apparently it was like super long at the villa.
Few hours. And then I hear that some of the girls on Mormon Wives were even saying things like, I think it's inappropriate that you're doing this. And she was like nipping it like, no, it's not.
It was also weird, even what they did show us, like she was kind of dogging her relationship a little bit. What she was sharing with Marciano. Like, she's like I almost broke up with my husband 27 times, but blah, blah, blah. Like, you don't sound great.
To a guy that you know likes
you. Is into you and trying to get with you,
Is he a therapist?
Yeah. Like, and he's the dumbest man. You're going to confide in this man? And she literally was like, you should be a therapist. Shut the fuck up.
I can't.
To me. Oh, I hate it because I used to love her.
And then my poor girl, Jessie, gets dragged into their
roped
drama.
But now apparently, like, which I hate this storyline, and I hope to God it's not true because I'm really loving Jessie. But there are rumors that like Jessie and Marciano had a thing and like hooked up and like have some weird relationship with each other.
Sheena wants to come out with verbal receipts, not even physical.
Yeah.
Saying that, you know, they were all hanging out. Marciano showed her messages of Jessie saying that her husband didn't mind that he was coming over. But then Jessie saying he spent the night after hanging out with another girl. And he slept on the couch when nothing like I feel like, but then I also hear Jessie's not wearing her ring anymore, so I feel like there is some truth, but also I also think Demi and Marciano are dragging this way out. I think maybe he was with both.
Who knows?
You got a type?
No, literally. They
Sorry,
look
Hannah.
exactly
No,
alike.
not you, Hannah.
There was a point where like even Jessie was like, well, maybe it was Demi and people thought it was me because people get us confused. I've also heard that like maybe she didn't want to speak on it, but there was a time where like on the Vile Files, it seemed like they were hinting at something had happened with her husband or something, and maybe they had been taking time apart, like Jessie and Jordan. So it could be that something happened maybe when like she was separated or like
this is the
getting
thing I find
kind of like doing it a little bit out of spite.
And this is where Sheena put her foot in her mouth.
Yeah.
She's saying that when Marciano posted about not being invited to some show because some Mormon wife's husband like
didn't want me there.
They didn't want me there. You know, she said that when that was posted, Demi and her husband were at her house. So they saw it as soon as it got posted. And then you see like 30 minutes after it's posted, Demi replies back defending herself saying like, oh, nothing happened. My husband. So she's kind of like admitting that was to her.
Yes.
But then when they called Marciano, he said that he didn't say who it was about.
Yeah.
So it's weird to me that she would go and like try and defend. Like, what do you have to hide? Why
And
even
she
comment
said
if it wasn't about
with
you?
Something else about him being like a sexual predator.
Yes, exactly. Like, why write that?
Because also to me, I don't know if I didn't watch the Viall Files episode yet. I just saw some clips, but there is a clip of Demi saying that like she got groped on the show. And was she talking about Marciano? So maybe that's what the sexual predator thing is. So maybe she's trying to come from the angle of like, yeah, I didn't want you there because you were a sexual predator, but not because of my husband.
And I do think there is some truth. The whole Jesse thing does seem weird. And maybe they like kissed. Maybe it wasn't like all the way. Maybe they didn't hook up. But I do think Marciano and Demi want to be relevant so freaking bad that you
wouldn't put it past them to lie.
Yep, exactly. Especially when she wanted to fake an affair with Dakota.
Yeah.
Come on.
That came out that like in a podcast episode where Jesse admitted that Demi offered to pretend she was having an affair with Dakota, who is Taylor's baby daddy and ex, just for the plot. So if she's willing to do that, and we know Marciano is willing to do anything for fame, I don't put it past them either. But if this is actually a lie, and this is I don't care if you are at odds with your who was your once best friend at this time, if you would do this to completely, you could potentially ruin her life, her marriage, like her kids' lives over a lie, that would be the bottom of the barrel, like worst type of person ever.
It doesn't surprise me. Sheena's always been messy, and the fact that they're close, messy. Yeah. And now that I look back on season 1, I feel like there were red flags with Demi that I didn't see before. Like, I loved her the first season, but like the whole Fruit Loops thing. Yes. Now I'm thinking that was for clout. Like, you and Whitney
that's
planned
a mean girl thing.
Yeah, I think her and Whitney planned that, and then Whitney seemed like the villain for saying it. But now I feel like you were in on it,
right? Like
now
you
she jokes
kind
about
of were a part of it. Yeah.
So, girl, I'm not liking you. I wouldn't be sad if you didn't come back. I would pick Jesse over you.
I know a lot of people like really hate her, and I want to get like more answers, but like how, like what are we gonna see?
You want to come on, girl?
Literally,
tell your side.
Yeah, literally. I want to go get my hair done there at Jesse's salon.
Listen, like Jessie, like I feel for her. Like I feel like this poor girl just. Really
even that, like bashing your bestie's business.
But she's a girl's girl.
Jessie, yeah, please. Jessie was very successful prior to the show. So the show did not give her salon the clout to be what it is. Like, yes, it helped. It only helped escalate business further. However, she was extremely successful prior to the show.
So
because of her salon.
That Demi, I heard your man asked to borrow $10,000 from them.
Oof, that's crazy work. That is crazy work.
And you're gonna
I've heard a couple things too about the money deal, where part of it, Demi was like asking to negotiate her money to get more money for herself, and like even if that meant that Jessie couldn't be on the show, so that she could have that money because she was the fan favorite. I've also heard like them trying to defend it, saying like, no, I was trying to say we can all push for this rate so we all come up.
So I know the clarity on that. Okay. So what was said was Jessie was not on a call. The rest of them were on a call.
Yes.
And Demi was saying, let's ask for X amount so we all make more money.
Yes.
Or we're going to walk.
Yeah.
And Jessie heard about it after and said, I'm not walking, for like a money thing.
I see.
And then that's when Demi was like, well, if she doesn't want to make more money, then let's just kick her out anyways, and I would make more money. Like, so she wanted to. Which
at whatever cost, like take the check,
like because she's ruining money for all of us by just saying she would take whatever.
Yeah,
let's just not have her in it. Like, which is fucked up.
Yes, it's fucked up. It makes it a little bit better than what I originally thought. That she wanted to take Jessie's check for herself.
Yeah, so I'll give her some but also like, who are you to negotiate someone else's contract?
Right, and she wasn't on the call.
Worry about yourself.
Yeah, and like talk about it with her privately and be like, girl, like,
and why is your man involved in this? Like, go.
This is what happens when you let your men like do this for you. That's what happened with Alex and Sophia and call her daddy. Sophia unfortunately took bad advice from a like piece of shit man, and now fucking look at how her partner skyrocketed, and she could have been a part of that.
But I did see you do a little TikTok with Mormon wives.
Yes. Sophia with an F had the girlies on, so that's great too for her. But yeah.
Last thing to mention on this, which I find crazy, is I don't know if you saw you did see it. So when Jen and Zach went to the therapy thing and they did ketamine.
Yes.
Like, how are these wives doing freaking ketamine but can't drink coffee?
Girl.
Can't drink alcohol, but you can freaking
I do not understand this Mormon wife. Like this, these are the secrets lives of the Mormon wives. Like, it's crazy because they're more unhinged than anybody. Like, you guys are all fucking your men in the same room and shower and starting to kiss all over each other. Like, and you're fucking doing special K.
Like, what?
But you're like, no, we can't have a coffee. And like also their substitute, and I'm not knocking it because like they want to find their like vice and their fix and whatever. Yeah. But with their like thing for coffee, they're like, oh, we can't have coffee, so we're gonna make the sugariest like heart attack in a drink as a soda because I can't have coffee. Mm-hmm. Like, OMG.
Okay, this reminds me of one more thing I want to say.
Yeah.
And this part to me is crazy, and this is when I see some stuff is scripted and planned.
Yeah.
When they all decided to pee on a stick to see if anyone was pregnant.
Oh my God.
That is so planned because random. One, were you all trying to conceive?
Yes.
Like weird. And then two of you knew you were pregnant. Why would you actually pee on the stick? Why wouldn't you put it in water?
Yes, if you weren't prepared to announce it, then you just wet it.
Yes, that's
you
so
don't actually
mean.
pee on. Like that will actually
so scripted.
That one part I will say for Demi, I was devastated for her. Like that is so triggering and sad. I know I
hated
like
her
over
by that because Jessie was so sweet for her.
Do you know how much she just wanted? Jessie was amazing. Jessie was amazing. It was a picture of like friendship and sisterhood and what it all should be about.
Yeah.
But it's such a horrible thing to do to somebody who was like,
no, they're trying just really hard.
Like just seeing a positive pregnancy test and like knowing how easy it is for somebody else and like that's very cruel.
Very devastating.
And then it's like you weren't going to say, like you knew you were going to have to say.
I feel like with the camera people, like we need to make sure we see you pee on the stick. Like why would you not fake that?
They probably knew they were going to have, like they probably went along with it, honestly.
So weird.
That is crazy.
Okay. Anyways, I'm done with that.
While we were in the Bravo sphere, why don't you bring up, I haven't watched The Valley yet at all.
Okay.
But you wanted to bring up something from the show?
So the last episode, if everyone's caught up, this is a spoiler alert if you're not caught up for season 2, but there's a part where they're on a trip and Danny and Nia, they're one of my favorite couples. I love them so much. Danny likes to have a good time. Yeah. Danny likes to party. Danny's a great father, great husband.
And they're one of the more happy, healthy couples on the show.
I personally think so. And of course, no one's relationship is perfect. I'm not saying that. But I think their relationship is great. And he got wasted. You know, he worked all day, had a few drinks. They all come home. Mind you, they've all been drinking. And there's a scene where he goes into the pantry to take a slug of something, like he's just drinking more. Mm-hmm. And Janet's in there with him, and he closes the door behind him, and she's like, I felt so uncomfortable. And then people are like, oh, where's Danny? Where's Danny? And he's like, oh, he's sleeping. He's tired. And then like, tired? Why don't you just call it for what it is? He's drunk. And it's like, leave this freaking, why? Your relationships are so fucking toxic that you have to
miserable.
Pick something else. Like, leave this man alone. Why can't he have a good time?
They were day drinking and he took a nap. Okay, he drank too much. Like
he says inappropriate things that he hurt people's feelings. He apologized for that. You know, he owned up to it. But like, poor Nia, like you guys are making her feel like her husband has a drinking problem, which he does not. Yeah. Meanwhile, you got people like Brittany, your husband's in rehab. Like yes. Who are you to call out?
Projecting a little bit.
Yeah, and it's like, I felt so bad for her, and I felt bad that she felt the need to have to like defend herself and say like, I've been through so much, and like, you know, if this is how it bad, I'll take that. Yeah. I would like to appreciate everything. Yeah. And then people felt bad, and I would say like, I really don't care for Kristen, but it was a one time. I really liked how she defended me. Yeah. Like, shut up, everyone. Shut up.
And you shouldn't have to have like this like sob story or whatever past for people to like take you seriously. And it's like, as you were describing it to me before too, like he went in the pantry behind the door, not to hide, but like that's where the alcohol was.
Yes.
So it's like, what is the big deal?
Like they act like he was sneaking alcohol
and
trying to get fucked up.
He's just having a day and we don't need to like attack the whole situation.
Exactly. He's not like lashing out. Mm-hmm. He's not like, you know, I've seen way worse from other couples and I'm just like,
yeah, this is a nothing thing.
I love them. And I'm happy that she stood her ground and, you know, you definitely did not have to explain your childhood to fucking anyone. You know, that was sad to hear, but she's such a beautiful soul.
I've heard great things about The Valley, and I will definitely start watching. I've just been catching up on everything else in America and adding to my list, but that show will definitely be on my list. Let me know if you guys are watching The Valley, what you guys are watching. One other thing before we wrap, I do want to bring up some Selling Sunset drama.
Oh.
Besties, Chrishell and Emma, I never thought I would see the day, honey.
Oh, no.
That they are not friends right now.
That whole group is messy.
They are so messy. And I'm very sad to see. Like, it sucks that it had to do with a man. Mm-hmm. But it looks like somebody asked, like, in the comment section, like, what happened with you and what's going on with you and Emma or something like that. And Chrishell answered and was like, her boyfriend, well, obviously we know Chrishell is in a like queer relationship with G-Flip, who uses pronouns they, them, and basically like said that Emma's boyfriend said that pronouns are dumb and also like openly uses the N-word. And it seems like people have been sharing like some of his posts. Like he looks like a bit of a dick, where he said that like he posted a picture of a Barbie in a wheelchair and was like, oh, cripple Barbie, like what's next? Like Barbie with a beard. Like It's just like, first of all, whatever, the fact that you are, I mean, he's clearly a big dick, but the point is, even if you feel a certain way, which I don't agree with, you know that this is your girlfriend's best fucking friend.
I feel about it.
And her other best friend is a black woman. So you're making racist remarks and you're saying things about your girlfriend's best friend's partner to her face. You don't respect your girlfriend in my eyes. Like, how do you love this? If my man was attacking you.
But it says a lot about Emma, in my opinion.
Yes.
Because I think, like, I don't care what anyone says. Like, I love people for who they are. Like, I don't let politics become between any of my friendships.
Yes, and that's not even politics at that point. It's not about a political affiliation. It's about being a nasty fucking person.
Because I know she made the MAGA comment.
She said, yes. Chrishell was like MAGA boyfriend.
Yeah.
One thing, if that was his political affiliation, but he treated you guys all right, and you don't agree with that.
And this is my thing about it.
That's one thing. So, but if you're being a nasty motherfucker.
My thing, too, is like, for Emma specific, like for me, like whoever I end up with, I would want us to have similar views on like upbringing, kids, social views.
Right.
And if you're going to date someone that is strong about those things,
yes,
then you must somewhat feel the same.
Yes. And he seems passionate about those things.
That's important to him. It must be important to you. So now I'm wondering, like I think, yes, two of your friends, were things that he's like definitely going after, but how can you be with someone that says those things and you not kind of feel the same?
Yes. Especially when he's so extreme about it.
Yes, that's the thing.
And I would also say too, like, if I were in that situation, knowing that my man is the type of person, like if I put myself, like they were like sisters, like I think of them like us. Mm-hmm. If my man was coming at you, at your partner, at my other friend who may be a different color than I am, I'm sorry. Not only do I completely like, especially when you do to people that I love, I'm even more angry, like not okay with it.
Yep.
But you also don't respect me if you're going to, these are my closest people. This is my family.
It makes me think you're okay with it.
You're going, if you're going after people that I consider like my family, you don't give a fuck about me. Mm-hmm. And the fact that you're so openly nasty, like going after the disabled community now, like, come on, like,
it's like, why? Even if you feel, why vocalize about it? Why put it out there?
Yeah.
Why?
It's really insane. It's to me, and it's not like, I know that she made a comment about political affiliation. To me, if it's just about that and the man treats your girl absolutely perfectly and may have different views, treats you with total respect, opens their home to you, like everything is great, like that is not the thing. Yep. It's more about how disrespectful and like racist and rude and whatever, how you're making the people in her life feel, and her by default. And that's a man that doesn't love her. And to me, I mean, that's what it says to me. Like, if you love somebody,
or she loves him more than she cared about those relationships.
That's what it is too. Mm-hmm. For her to stick beside him.
And I feel like
you know what? This is only going to not end well.
Yeah.
And then she's going to go crawling back to Chrishell, and it's going to fucking suck, and it will never be the same. Yeah. Like, I don't think that she is, and they've broken up in the past. Like, it's clearly not a dream relationship. Like, she's stuck in some toxic shit.
Yeah, and for me, it's not even like me telling my friends who they can and can't date.
Yes,
I will always support.
it's not.
But it's more of like, it makes me look at you in a certain light, knowing that's the kind of person you would choose as your partner.
Chrishell would never, she's not going to ever look at her the same. But I loved that she did say, like, love her from afar, though.
She did, yeah.
And that was a beautiful thing to still say. But she's like, I will still remove myself from this, like, toxicity that doesn't serve me. I get that. But it really, like... It does say a lot about Emma too.
Honestly, I don't like all three of those girls.
They're just, I know.
They all mean girls to me. I feel like it's always drama. Like Chrishell's too much for me. Like she's a crybaby a lot too. And then
I love Chrishell.
What's the?
But I hate that one girl.
What's the
Chelsea Bree?
Chelsea. I love
well, Chelsea's too much.
Chelsea's so like she's messy. Chelsea's messy. Emma's like a.
I like Emma.
Emma's a follower. She doesn't have her own mind.
Well, now I don't like Emma, but
she's a follower. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I believe that she would stand by her man because she's like, oh well, he's my man. Like what am I supposed to do? Oh, but she's my friend.
Girl,
what am I supposed to do?
You're choosing that.
Yeah, she don't have her own mind.
Yeah. But I the only one I truly hate the most is I forget her name.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
She's irrelevant now, but who did Chrishell hate?
What's her name?
Oh my God, I fucking
about.
hate that bitch if I have to look
the one that's
at her
been with them forever.
Again.
Yeah, she's what the heck
oh my God, I absolutely hate her.
What the heck is her name?
Chrishell.
I miss Heather. Bring Heather back.
Chrishell, love Heather. Chrishell, enemy, Selling Sunset. Like, how do I even look this up?
The heck was her name?
Oh my God, I just can't. Nicole.
Yeah, Nicole was bad.
Don't like her. Anyways, I think that's enough for today.
Okay,
We've talked your ears off.
Yes.
We love you all.
Don't
Let them
forget,
know where.
Link in the bio for our Marlins book swap.
Yes.
And then we're also on TikTok and Instagram at girlplease_podcast.
Bye.